You are about to find out the key levels on Yellow Corporation, ticker YEL. So to get straight into it, you can see we are down 15% today. Now, I think the main reason for this is if we zoom out a bit, we do have their earnings coming out or expected to be coming out tonight after hours. And I think obviously we've seen this massive run up. You've had the news of their bankruptcy, and now they're really starting to fly off this news, which again doesn't really make too much sense. It looks like a lot more of a squeeze. And I think that's why we're selling off today, because obviously we do have their earnings. So people are going to have to be a lot more realistic once these numbers come out. So I think you're having a lot of people take profits today, which again makes quite a lot of sense. But what are the key levels for Yellow Corporation depending on the direction we go? So right now we are basically sitting on a support that's at 335. This is our third deviation from the 6-month chart. If we're able to break below this, we then have a support at 250, 215 and 170. So these are the only supports I'd be paying attention to. So the way I would use these, if you're a short bias trader, I would tend to use these as a target. If you're a long bias trader, then these are definitely potential bounce areas if you think that upward momentum is going to continue. Also between that, near that $2 level as well, you do have these two anchored VWAPs. So you have this light green, that's from January 1st. You have the dark green, which is from June 1st. So that they're also to be paying attention to. And again, that's all kind of in that range. So we have quite a lot of support levels to be paying attention to. I do think the strongest one will probably be this 215 to around 205 level. Because again, you've got the anchored VWAPs and a deviational level. Now, if earnings come out and we do smack to the downside, though, we will probably break through all of these levels. Because again, we are now extremely overbought on news that wasn't relatively good. Again, you were at 43 cents after the announcements of the bankruptcy. Then you went to a high of $5. Does that make sense? No, not really. So seeing a sell-off is quite likely. But if for any reason we do end up actually pushing up off this release, then we do have a resistance. We can retest that 390, and if we can break that, we have our key resistance at 570. We haven't yet hit this level, and this is our final resistance. So if we push into here, this is where I turn a very, very short bias. So if we did push up to here, again, I'm looking to trade against it. I think the shares are hard to borrow, which they are. So it does mean I'll be using a option strategy that could just mean buying some outright puts. But then the implied volatility might be a bit dangerous, so we'll see how that works out. If not, we can look at some vertical spreads, because then you're shorting and also owning an options contract, so you can kind of get rid of some of that implied volatility risk. So that's what I'm looking at on Yellow Corporation coming into their earnings release, which should be coming out after hours today. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, why don't you check out this video, because you'll probably enjoy that one too.